Good? Good afternoon, fastball fans, and welcome to Miltham Field, Green Valley Sports Complex, Moline, Illinois. It is the ISC World Tournament, the 76th annual edition. Blair Sepford, Joe Todd, with you here on the ISC Network. We have got the WATERDOWN Hammer and the Kitchener HALLMAN Twins, both from Ontario. Out on the field are the WATERDOWN Hammer in white, in red, blue, and gray, the Kitchener HALLMAN Twins. Leading off for the Twins, Teo Migliavaca. He'll be followed by Cam Schiller, then Marshall Kronk, Wayman Mata. Designated player in the fourth spot today, Federico Eder, Blake Underwood, Juan Zera, Adam Alexander, and Jonathan Lynch. Bats 9 for the HALLMAN Twins. For the Hammer, left to right across the outfield, Colby Crowell, and left and center, Jody Gagnon, and right, Kyle Hunter. And then around the horn in the infield, Ryan Shannon at third, Josh Bowman at short. Matt Hatch plays second base today. Ryan James is at first. Pitching is Reese Yancey, the youngster from southwestern Ontario. Nick Moore behind the plate. Downstairs, ball 4 to Teo Migliavaca, Joe Todd. Probably not what Reese Yancey wanted to do there, walk Teo Migliavaca, getting underway here for his World Tournament.
Exactly. Reese just has to find that plate right off the hop here. Waterloo Kitchener HALLMAN Twins would love to pick up a couple runs. Reese gets tougher as the game gets going, so.
There's a called strike to Cam Schiller. Moved up in the order here. He's been in the 3 spot a lot of the year for the HALLMAN Twins. With the arrival of Marshall Kronk, he's been bumped up to 2. Kronk goes into that 3 spot. Wayman Mata, often a mainstay in the 4 spot when he's not pitching.
Marshall Kronk had a big game yesterday against the Bar Buzz. Picked up 5 RBIs in that 7-2 victory.
That's a pretty good afternoon worth of work. Just missed to Cam Schiller from Texas area. And swing and a miss by Schiller. Downstairs on the move was Migliavaca. Moore couldn't find the handle and lost it in between the wickets. And off to second base goes Teo Migliavaca. So now, going things the Twins' way early here. 2-ball, 2-strike count on Cam Schiller. Joe, we were talking today, you and I, about guys who come into the game from baseball. Cam Schiller took him a couple of seasons, but boy, he has really picked up on how to hit fast pitch pitching.
Exactly. He's a real powerful hitter, too, and learned quickly. His range at shortstop is just phenomenal.
Yeah, you and I are talking about that as well offline, and about the great shortstops in the game. Cam Schiller, rather, right near the top of that. And this one chop foul down the left side. Schiller got as far as Double-A in minor league baseball. Got a release and then found himself at a ballpark one night and was asked to get on the field and help out in the middle of a fast pitch game. I think if I remember the story right, Joe, from the podcast, he had a pair of cowboy boots on or something like that. And that was his introduction to the game. This one is lifted up. Ranging across is the right fielder. The tag, good throw down to third, but it's just offline from Kyle Hunter out in right field. Drew, the third baseman, Ryan Shannon, about 3 steps left of the bag. So a good tag and advance by Migliavaca. And that walk makes its way all the way around third base.
Got to be real careful here right now with Kronk at the plate.
The pitch just missed inside. Joe, Reese Yancey, I believe, was on one of the junior team Canadas in the not-so-distant past.
Yes, exactly. He was on the Canadian Under-23 champions that was up in Napanee last weekend. And actually, Reese missed their opening game because they had a special celebration because Tavistock won the Under-23 and the Under-20. So the two teams kind of played a fun game and were recognized by the local township last Friday night. And Reese wanted to stay home and be part of that.
Yeah, that was a great accomplishment for Tavistock Minor Ball, the U20 and U23 Canadian National Champions. Congratulations. This one laced out to center field, one hop, and Migliavaca will trot on home, give an RBI to Marshall Kronk, add to his RBI total, probably close to, if not well into the lead for the tournament, and the Twins break out on front 1-0.
That pitch got a little too much of the plate and a little high. You got to keep that ball low against Kronk.
Wemomata first pitch swinging a little inside-out flare out to right field. Kronk is going to go coast to coast. Here's the throw just in time. And Kronk is looking over at Ron Hackett going, I might have wanted to slide coming in there on that close play. But Joe, could be some hitting there by Wemomata to go inside out, take that out to right field. Not much else he could do with that pitch, and a good job of hitting there by Mata.
Exactly. Take the pitch that the pitcher gives you. There's a whole field out there. You don't have to pull it every time.
Federico Eder in the 5 spot today, often up near top of the order for his versatility at the plate, ability to bunt, ability to hit into the gaps. Had a notion but held back there.
Eder was 2 for 4 in the Barbas game.
And this one is a little flare out into right. That's going to fall in front of Hunter. Another run comes in the form of Marshall Kronk, and runners first and second. And Joe, they're not hitting the ball hard right now. They're just, as Wee Willard Keeler used to say, you hit them where they ain't.
Exactly, and it's a real big hole that WATERDOWN has put themselves in right now. Reese Yancey and Nick Moore have to get settled there. I see a little frustration on Nick Moore's face.
Blake Underwood to the dish. Underwood and Adam Alexander, the 2 Canadians on the starting roster for the HALLMAN Twins. Kim Schiller and Jonathan Lynch from the U.S. And then you have the Aussie in Marshall Kronk. And 4 Argentine players in Teo Migliavaca, Wemomata, Federico Eder, and Juan Serra. Truly international, Joe. The game continues to grow and expand.
Well, it's a great sign that the game has expanded, as you just said, Blair, and players are coming from all over the world. We saw a couple from Botswana here this week, playing with the Elliston Aces team.
This one lifted up and foul out of play. So, Joe, here's a list that was compiled by our good friend Jason Chopper Gurries, and we'll get to it at the end of this at bat with all the different countries represented by the athletes here in the International Softball Congress. Ryan James goes up in the air to get that high hopper, step on the bag to get the out. You get runners up to second and third on the play. So this is an unofficial list, Joe, but 551 total athletes here, 249 of them from the U.S. So no clear majority for any one country here. 170 from Canada, 50 from Argentina, 28 Mexico, 18 New Zealand, 12 Australia, 10 from the Czech Republic, 6 Venezuela, 3 Cuba, 2 Botswana, 2 Dominican Republic, and 1 Jorge Segura from Guatemala. Quite the list. Thank you, Chopper, for helping to compile that. Strike on the outside corner to Juan Zera.
Very important for Waterdown to shut the door here. Cannot allow these 2 runs. Don't want a 4-0 deficit here. You can work your way back after 2.
Just misses off the outside corner. And Brian Newton, the other pitcher for Waterdown Hammer, was throwing prior to the game, but I don't see any movement in the left side dugout right now. And swinging a foul off there, and I'm getting a signal that Newton is actually throwing on the other diamond.
No.
Maybe just some soft toss. One ball, 2 strikes to Juan Zera, the heir apparent to Bruno Matroni for the catching role with current world champion Argentina. Hammered in the 5.5 hole. Here's 2 runs that are going to score, Joe, as Juan Zera picks up a couple of RBIs, a big clap of the hands, and 4-0 now for the HALLMAN Twins.
4 hits on 4 runs so far. That leadoff walk just put him in a big bat hole.
Always comes back to the leadoff walks. Adam Alexander to the plate. First pitch fouls this one off down the left side. And Joe, I think just a little bit too much of the plate on a lot of these offerings right now. You do really have to be very fine against the top teams, and Yancy right now is leaving a lot of pitches center cut.
Yes, he's getting way too much of the plate. He's got to start picking corners and maybe throwing some pitches off the plate, but he's getting behind in the count too. A couple situations.
Well, he's 1-2 here again, but he had Zera 1-2 and then just left one right over the middle. So here's where you've got to paint that black on the corner, whether it's in or out. The setup was up, but that pitch was right down the middle, and it is way back and gone. 2-run home run for Adam Alexander. And Joe, you could see the setup behind the plate from Nick Moore. He wanted that pitch outside, and you've tracked the glove, and he was going back out over the plate to go get it, and never had the opportunity. Adam Alexander parks that about 265 feet away in right field. You'll see here, watch where Nick Moore, we didn't see it in that one, but see the ball leaving the yard. But on the live shot, I saw Nick Moore reach back in across the plate. The 9-batter, Jonathan Lynch, and it doesn't get any easier. Jonathan Lynch is not a prototypical 9-batter, Joe. Pop, gap to gap, speed, and one of the most unusual stances in fast pitch softball. And this one is laced in a line and caught by the second baseman, Matt Hash. And finally, out of the inning, but the Kitchener-Hallman Twins score 6 big ones. They'll take that lead into the home half of the first here on the ISC Network. Blair's out for Joe Todd. If you're just getting in with us, Hallman Twins got a big lead, but now they've got to come out and play some defense. Stay with us.
The annual Boys of Summer tournament is held every July at Circle Tap Bar and Grill in Denmark, Wisconsin. We host some of the top teams in the game at one of the best venues in softball. The atmosphere of old-time fast pitch with all of the amenities of a full-service bar and grill on the grounds can't be beat. Reduced rate hotels about 10 minutes from the park are available in Green Bay. To bring your team to the annual Boys of Summer tournament next July, contact Dean Kane at ct16@greenbaynet.com. Thanks to Circle Tap, for their support of the broadcast program. The annual Boys of Summer tournament is held every July at Circle Tap Bar and Grill in Denmark, Wisconsin. We host some of the top teams in the game at one of the best venues in softball. The atmosphere of old-time fast pitch with all of the amenities of a full-service bar and grill on the grounds can't be beat. Reduced rate hotels about 10 minutes from the park are available in Green Bay. To bring your team to the annual Boys of Summer tournament next July, contact Dean Kane at ct16@greenbaynet.com.
Well, we like that Circle Tap adds so much we gave to you twice. And Joe, I see the HALLMAN Twins have dropped down to 9. They are going to go with Wemo Mata as the pitcher here in the game. For the WATERDOWN Hammer leading off, it'll be Josh Broman, shortstop, Ryan Shannon, then Jordy Gagnon, John Klingenberg, designated player in the cleanup spot, Ryan James, Colby Crowell, Nick Moore, Kyle Hunter, and Matt Hatch batting 9 for the Hammer. Defensively for the Twins, left to right across the outfield, Jonathan Lynch, and left Teo Migliavaca. In center field, in right, Blake Underwood, and around the horn, Adam Alexander at third, Cam Schiller shortstop, Federico Eater at second base, and first base is Marshall Kronk. Wemo Mata pitching to Juan Zera. These two have come up through the youth ranks, Joe winning that 2012 WBSC U19 event, and then ultimately culminating in a double gold in the Czech Republic and then in Lima, Peru, the Pan Am Games.
They have a great program down there. Spent a lot of money on that.
Hard shot off the glove of a diving Federico Eater. Migliavaca will go get that, and WATERDOWN Hammer answer right back. Josh Broman, who we had a good chat with the other day, Joe, here at the park, and Josh has never been shy about offering opinions, whether they're his own or not. And, you know, I congratulate him for it, because a lot of guys just never have an opinion. And Josh, we have great conversations, so I thank Josh for that, and I encourage everybody that wants to chat to come find one of us, any of us from the ISC, and let us know how we can make things better.
Well, it's important WATERDOWN start picking away at that 6 runs. Don't think you're going to get 6 all in one inning, but get one here, get one there, get yourself back in the game. Good power hit there by Broman.
Yeah, fully agree. Ryan Shannon to the plate. And Joe Ryan's really got the hand spread. He hasn't always done that, but certainly he's adopted the last couple of years, spreading the hands and trying to get the bat through the zone. This one down and in from Mata.
Mata's got him guessing right now because he's seen 3 different pitches now. So we'll see what Mata comes back with here. Seen the changeup, seen the rise, seen the drop.
Well, there's the curve, so he's seen all 4 of them now.
Yeah.
I don't know what else he's got up his sleeve.
No, he shouldn't have anything else there.
Some of those NCAA pitchers who've got 7, 8 pitches, the backdoor Scroogey or something like that, but
or at least
that's about it. Well, that one was right down John Deere Avenue, and he blew it right by Ryan Shannon. So when you do that, you really only need a couple of pitches.
Well,
Wemo Mata zipped that one in for a strike.
Jordy Gagnon had 2 hits in that. Their 2-0 victory over Dolan Murphy yesterday.
That pitch just on the corner for called strike. Jordy from the Saskatoon area, good buddies with Brian Newton. The 2 of them are traveling partners as they get out to play with the Hammer at qualifier and other tournaments in Ontario. Misses on the inside corner. Joe, what year was it that Jordy Gagnon won the ISC2 batting title? What was that? That was in 2019 back in Denmark, was it? I think it was.
I think so, yes.
Mata missed his spot there. Zara wanted that well out off the plate. He's going to go have a little chat with his mate because that was nowhere near where Zara was expecting it.
Well, I don't think he got the proper planting of the feet. I think Mata's really not happy where his feet are landing right now.
There's a called strike again on that outside corner. If he's going to perfect that pitch, Joe, that's almost unhittable.
Yeah, it's a nice sweeping curve there.
ISC fastball in English version, my friend. Listen for and do top. Along Spanish, my friend. Along Spanish here.
Inside drop, and that misses down and in. Joe, Waterdown Hammer been a mainstay in the ISC Canada East program, boy, going back at least 20 years. Pete Chambers has kept his team together. Larry Withnail came over probably 10 years ago now from the Palermo Athletics. Pete's had, I won't call it a revolving door, but he has been able to turn over his roster from back in 2005, 2006. I don't think he's probably the only guy that is still around from back in those days. But this team continues to roll on and continues to give teams like this fits. They might not win every game against a big team like this, but they are competitive and have always been stalwarts representing Canada East here at the ISC World Tournament.
Pete loves the game, and obviously, as you talked about, has been in that program for about 20 years, so and he's been sponsoring, the main sponsor of this team too, so done a great job, and thank you for Pete Chambers.
Ball 4 to Jordy Gagnon. Good eye at the plate. That'll bring up John Klingenberg, designated player for the Waterdown Hammer. Joe, John is down your way.
Yeah, John lives just outside of Hickson.
Which, for those geographically challenged, is
north,
in southwest Ontario, about 15 miles outside Woodstock?
maybe 5, 6. Yeah, not that far. Yeah. John's a
somebody's having some peanuts there. Peanuts and Cracker Jack. Take me out to the ballpark.
and they're not even sharing. John had 2 hits in the game yesterday against Dolan and Murphy.
He backed out there. Wasn't whatever he got there wasn't what he was thinking it was. Snap throw down to second, back to the bag. Josh Roman. Pair of 11s out there. He had to reach around Federico Eater to get to the bag.
Klingenberg in a real RBI situation here now. Chance to pick up the first run for Waterdown.
Joe, he really is stepping away with that swing. I'm not seeing John swing quite like that before. Usually he steps into it and brings the bat through, but I don't know whether he's just not seeing the ball well, but he doesn't look very comfortable here against Mata. You can see he's almost backing away.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's changed his batting stance. I'll try and keep an eye, but it's pretty normal right there.
Yeah, but it's when he starts his swing, his front shoulder is bailing right out.
Good little battle going here between Mata and Klingenberg now.
Yeah, full count. And called strike 3 in the outside corner. I think John thought he might have worked a walk there, but not to be. Joe, the umpires tonight, or this afternoon at least.
Mark Karras from Arizona at plate. Gary Johnson from Eau Claire, Wisconsin at first base. And Ray Mora from Florida at third base.
So Ryan Jeans, first baseman. A little flare, that'll get hauled in by Cam Schiller. Can of corn, as somebody like to say. So the Hammer stranded pair, and through one complete, it is 6-0 for the Twins. Stay with us here on the ISC Network. Just getting underway with a lot of coverage here for you the rest of the day on Monday.
Whatever your delivery requirements are across North America, Skelton Truck Lines provides you with reliable, safe, and high-quality service at a fair price. Skelton Truck Lines equipment is satellite tracked and delivers small parcel, less than truckload, and expedited shipments throughout Canada and the U.S. With over 50 years of experience and more than 50 trucks serving 4 divisions, Skelton Truck Lines is a thriving Ontario business and a proud Fastball sponsor. Visit us online at skeltontruck.com. Thanks to Mike Skelton for supporting the broadcast program.
Big Lavaca leading things off again here in the second inning as the Twins sent 9 guys to the plate at first. They scored 6. Big Lavaca worked a walk and come around and score. Joey, back to April. Diego Migliavaca, the MVP of the Pan Am qualifier that took place in Paraná in Argentina. Argentina, the host team, outlasting Canada 3 or 4-1 in the championship game. Migliavaca collected a lot of hits, scored a lot of runs that week for Argentina, played some good defense. Paul McCart will be coming up on the broadcast in the next game. And Paul, I see you're going to start Sean Cleary.
Prototype leadoff hitter. Great eye at the plate, good wheels.
Called strike 3. That's a great pitch there from Reese Yancey. He's just dropped in a little indoor curveball on him, Joe, and that was a nice little pitch.
Great pitch there, yes, but it's really important for Reese to kind of regain his composure here, have a good quick inning.
Well, he got the second out pretty quickly there as well, Joe. Schiller, the ground out.
Well, you got to put that confidence back in your head. Get back into thinking it's a nothing ball game now. Forget that inning.
Pretty routine play there by Josh Broman. Kronk hit the ball hard, added another RBI to his total in the first inning. Joe, I don't know if there's too many more intimidating guys at the plate than Marshall Kronk right now. Big, strong, muscular guy. Looks like he could snap that in half just by flecking it. Oh, and he smokes this one right back up the middle. Oh, my goodness. Reese Yancey just had his life pass in front of his eyes.
He brings his hands through so quickly and turns the wrists over.
That ball was scorched. They might have to throw that one out for the burn marks on it.
Yeah. Imagine he heard it going by his ear.
Yeah, he didn't see it, that's for sure. It was past him pretty quick. Mata to the plate, and again, the inside-out swing. He flares this one out to Hunter, bobs it out in right there, but Marshall Kronk just content to trot up to second base. Runners aboard, 2 runners aboard now for Federico Eder.
Mata could have photocopied his first hit there. Those back-to-back, almost identical hits, identical spots.
You are exactly right. It is the same swing, same spot, same result. And this is just outside. Joe, nobody likes to be down 6-0 like this, but this is a good lesson for Reese Yancey about what it's going to take to pitch against the top players in the game.
Yes, it's going to be tough for him to regain, but he's still young. He's 23. I think he's in his last year of junior right now. No, he has one more year. He's 22. So
22.
Yeah.
Yep, 22 is
because they were only
everybody is flushing around.
That Tavistock under 23 team was only losing 2 players.
Well, board there, and that will load the bases for Blake Underwood. Big cut there, comes up empty. And again, from pitch to pitch, Yancey's been competitive, but it's when he gets too much of the plate, Joe, like you've talked about earlier, that's where he's getting hit hard, and that's the difference between being, an average league pitcher and one of the top guys is that ability to hit spots.
Yeah, those are just growing pains and learning pains, so he's come a long way.
Hard hit ball the opposite way. That's going to get out to right. Here comes Kronk. They're going to put out a stop sign for Mata. You're not going to risk him running into a catcher at home plate. So a single RBI for Blake Underwood and make it 7-0 now for the HALLMAN Twins. Bases still loaded for Juan Zera.
Nick Moore going out. The experience of a good, well-experienced catcher. Going out to just tell Reese to settle down and don't worry about the score. You and I work together.
The long look in for Yancey. Now that's and a call strike on the outside corner. And call strike on the inside corner, Joe. So a couple good pitches there for
good mix
Yancey.
there. Now 2 strikes, so careful what you pitch here.
Well, that was up. Boy, got a lot of the plate. Want to get that waist pitch up and out of the zone. So still 0-2. Big gap out in right center and trying to go that way. It's going to fall in front of the center fielder, Daniel. Here comes 1, here comes 2 as both Mata and Eder come around, and now 9-0 for the HALLMAN Twins. And Pete Chambers is going to come out now, and I guess that's going to be it. But boy, it's been a tough lesson here for young Yancey.
Yes, it has been, and
Está el equipo de WATERDOWN.
he'll have a word with him. Brian Newton coming in the game now, and Brian pitched all 7 innings against Dolan Murphy yesterday. Had 10 strikeouts in the game.
Yeah, it's just the Yancey and Newton show here, so I don't really see any other pitchers on the roster, do you, unless Ryan Shannon's the 3 guy, and I don't know they want to do that. All right, Joe, we'll take a break as Brian Newton comes in for his warm-up tosses, and we'll be back with you momentarily on the ISC Network.
Murphy's Fish and Chips is not only a great place to get some of the best seafood in Canada, but is also one of the best fastball sponsors in the game. Voted Nova Scotia's best fish and chips by Eastlink TV, Murphy's is a family institution since 1996 and a proud fastball sponsor of many Canadian and ISC championship teams. Open 7 days a week. Come join us for our famous English-style fish and chips or any of our daily specials. Murphy's is located at 88 Esplanade in Truro, Nova Scotia. We thank Dave T. Anderson and Murphy's Fish and Chips for their commitment to fastball and the broadcast program. Murphy's Fish and Chips is not only a great place to get some of the best seafood in Canada, but is also one of the best fastball sponsors in the game. Voted Nova Scotia's best fish and chips by Eastlink TV, Murphy's is a family institution since 1996 and a proud fastball sponsor of many Canadian and ISC championship teams. Open 7 days a week. Come join us for our famous English-style fish and chips or any of our daily specials. Murphy's is located at 88 Esplanade in Truro, Nova Scotia. We thank Dave T. Anderson and Murphy's Fish and Chips for their commitment to fastball and the broadcast program. Murphy.
The annual Boys of Summer tournament is held every
Brian Newton up there for the WATERDOWN Hammer, and Joe, you got to wonder what Brian Newton is going to want to bring to this particular party with a 9-0 lead. Is it just 4 seamers and try to get some outs? Joe, is your mic on? So Newton gets out of the inning, and they do add on a couple. 9-0 now for the HALLMAN Twins. We will see if WATERDOWN Hammer can have some fun on the backside coming up. Stay with us.
Cool Bet. Comfortably thrilling. Cool Bet. Comfortably thrilling.
Kobe Crowell to lead things off for WATERDOWN Hammer here. Joe Todd, bottom of the second inning. Kobe, good young player from Eastern Canada plays in the Shooters Bar and Grill League with the East Hants Mastodons. Thanks, Randy Frame, for bringing that up, but erased here on the ground out.
Well, this is still good experience for Waterdown Hammer batters to face a number one pitcher like Mumada. Gain some experience from going through the batting chances now that you have, seeing different pitches, putting them in your memory bank.
Nick Moore to the plate for the Hammer, and looks at one up in the zone for ball one. Joe, I got a call from Justin Schofield back in the late winter that Colby Crowell was looking for a spot, wanted to play up here in Ontario to get the experience on the tournament circuit, and I got him in touch with Waterdown and a couple of other teams, and I guess was able to settle on the Hammer as a team of choice pretty quickly, and I think a good fit for both Colby and the Hammer, a good young player. And we talked about Pete with that turnover in the roster, trying to get the team younger, and a good opportunity for both Colby and the Hammer.
We've seen Colby in a couple of tournaments now, and he handles himself well and plays a good outfield.
And another good young player at the plate too, Nick Moore. Took a couple of years off as he was establishing his career in the OPP, Ontario Provincial Police, but a good catcher, prospect at one point, and handles the bat well, but more importantly as a catcher, handles his pitchers well.
Yes, very smart, very methodical back there.
Called strike three in the outside corner. Mata has been consistently getting that call on the outside corner. And that is a very, very tough pitch to handle.
Well, you still have to protect the plate a little bit with two strikes, and got to get some contact with that pitch, or at least attempt to.
Well, I always thought, Joe, as a hitter, when I was up there, two strikes, you don't want to leave it in the hands of the umpire if it's that close.
No.
And at least try to foul that off. If you swing and miss, you've got to tip your cap to the pitcher and move on. But don't leave anything that close to the umpire.
Exactly. When I was coaching, I said, don't ever come back to my bench and complain about an umpire.
Couldn't pull the trigger there. Kyle Hunter at the plate.
My old line was the plate 17 inches wide, the bat in your hand's 34 inches long, and you're complaining about an inch.
That one just off the plate. And a call to strike again. Right now, Joe, he is just picking that corner apart on the far side to the lefties. And a little slow roller up along first. Marshall Kronk will pick that up, step on the bag, and a 1-2-3 inning for Mumada and the HALLMAN Twins. They will come back up to the plate. Big 9-0 lead here through two complete. Twins look to add to it when we come back.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Matiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
That's us up in the booth. First pitch swinging way up in left field, and that is going to get hauled in by Colby Crowell. That was Jonathan Lynch. Didn't even give us a chance to introduce him. Just went right after that first pitch. Teo Migliavaca gets his third at bat of the game here in the third inning. Joe, Brian Newton is a veteran, and one thing I have always admired about Brian is how quickly he works.
Yes, I love that speed of the game there. Get the ball, pick up the signal, release it. And his infielders love that too.
Brian has always been a keen competitor out there, whether it was with the River City Rockers, the Gremlins for a number of years, and here with WATERDOWN.
That's a great pitch there.
Good looking changeup, and that's something that he's always had in his arsenal, along with the hard rise, the hard drop.
Martin Gonzalez getting his warm-up pitches, bullpen pitches done down in the right field line. Migliavaca going down on strikes.
And Joe, just maybe a little bit of difference here between Reese Yancey and Brian Newton. Brian Newton has just come in full of confidence. Now, you don't have a lot to lose here when you're already down 9-0. You can just go in and challenge hitters with whatever you want to do. But not trying to be too fine. He's just coming right at them, making pitch after pitch. Pitching with, I would say, confidence as opposed to Yancey, who, you know, like we talked about, he hit a couple of spots, but then was just leaving it out over the middle.
Yeah, well, that's the experience between a 22-year-old and whatever the age group of Brian Newton. I'm guessing.
You're not going to throw a number out there, eh?
No, I'm going to say mid-30s. Maybe higher.
I think Brian's maybe a little bit
higher,
closer to the 4 number
40s?
there. But,
yeah, probably, because yeah.
There's a good pitch on the inside corner for a strike. And chasing and knocking that one out to right field. Cam Schiller, Joe, looked like he went right up to his ears to get that one, but punches out to right for a base hit.
Oh, he just got the ball up in the letters there and got a little too much of the plate. And the good, quick hands of Schiller come through.
You see the replay there. That'll bring Big Marshall Kronk back up again with a runner on base. And there's a called strike in the outside corner. That's a good spot if you're Brian Newton and you want to go after Kronk.
Both balls in the direction of Josh Broman, so he'll be done and ready. Maybe taking back a step with 2 out.
This one lifted up in the air down the right side. Well out of play down that right side. Our camera operator down that right side, Joe, Katrina Lafrano. She might have had to stick a glove out there. She almost had a chance to get that one. Kronk just flexes the bat and snaps this one down the left field line foul.
Looked like a little ping pong paddle there. Maybe just kind of half swing towards it.
You know, I remember going to see Mark McGuire in 1991 with the Oakland A's at the what was then the Skydome in Toronto. And the bat just looked like a toothpick in the hands of McGuire. It's not a lot different here with Marshall Kronk, but down on strikes and a good inning there for Brian Newton, the Waterdown Hammer. No further damage. They'll come to the plate bottom of the third, trying to break that goose egg.
Do you need a reliable supply of products to run your business? Are you tired of having to deal with multiple suppliers to get everything you need? Absolute Business Supply is your dedicated, full-service business supply partner offering over 400,000 products and unmatched customer service. At ABS, we aren't just selling products. We offer a commitment to building meaningful relationships with our customers, getting to know your business goals so we can provide the best possible solutions for your needs. Find us on the web at absolutebusinesssupply.ca and let us get it for you.
Joe, we thought we might see Martin Gonzalez, but it is Wimamata back out on the board for HALLMAN Twins here in the third, at least wanting to get him, I guess, the majority of the innings in case this is a run rule game. We've certainly got the +7 differential and more right now, so you want Mata to get at least 3. There's a couple familiar faces for you. John Thompson, Todd Idenaway, Terry Bader with the sunglasses on, all looking very fashionable there. Look at Terry Bader with that canary yellow shirt. Just a fountain of wisdom there, Mr. Terry Bader, Hall of Famer. Coach and good friend Todd Idenaway as well as John. All three of them good friends, but Terry in the ISC Hall of Fame a couple of years back in the manager category. Skippered the Gators as well as the Smokers to World Championship titles. Todd Idenaway along for our assistants. And John Thompson, who is the head of the Hall of Fame Breakfast Ceremony Committee, always puts on a great show, and it is always a pleasure to go to that breakfast on Sunday morning. We had 6 very incredibly worthy nominees inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Who will make the Hall of Fame in 2023, you ask? Well, we will find out sometime tomorrow afternoon when the ISE Board of Directors meet, and I would imagine that will be on the agenda sometime about midday. And we will look forward to having an announcement tomorrow night, probably around the 5 or 6 o'clock hour, and let you know who are the next ISE Hall of Fame inductees. Matt Hatch at the plate. Good young ball player, Joe, from the Arthur, Ontario area. Plays in the Inter-County League, Arthur Merchants, and a good pickup here for the Hammer. Trying to bunt here, though, and Adam Alexander will haul that one into foul territory. So Matt Hatch out on the pop-up.
In the game against Barbuz there yesterday, Mata pitched 5 innings, had 9 Ks, and Gonzalez come in and pitched the last 2 innings and picked up 4 Ks. So kind of split the. Wouldn't be surprised, but they might keep, because they don't play again till Wednesday.
Back to the top of the shop here for Josh Broman. Had that hard hit single just past a diving second baseman, Federico Eder, way back in the bottom of the first. Seems like a lifetime ago. That one misses inside. Now, there's not a lot of drop-off in velocity, Joe, between Wimamata and Martin Gonzalez. Both the young righties from Argentina throw very hard. And Mata trying to find the range on that corner. Your home plate umpire, Joe, is it Mark Harris tonight again, I believe?
Yeah, Mark Harris from Arizona.
Yeah. He is just not biting right now. They've gone outside just a couple of extra inches and not getting that call on that corner away from the lefties. Swing and a miss there, though. Hard to catch up with that one.
That's the real advantage of HALLMAN Mata. He's got about 3 different speeds, and he's got great accuracy with all 3 of them, too.
Well, a little change up there, took something off, but Broman was able to keep the hands back, one hop the fence, and he'll be able to stand up double, second hit of the game for Josh Broman.
Real good leadoff better for Hammer there.
Well, a good bit of hitting, Joe. He sat on the change, or at least saw it coming, and was able to keep the hands back and put a charge into it. One hop the fence. Ryan Shannon. And back to the other outside corner now on the righty, and just picks the front corner on the way by. That is almost impossible to hit for a righty.
Mata really trying to jam him on the inside here now. Shannon's going to hit the ball. He's going to probably just try to hit his spot and keep the ball in the infield, especially with a runner in scoring position. Opens it up there, but comes across with a nice change again.
Yeah, that was a real good change from Mata. And there's no discernible change in the arm movement, Joe. It's really hard to pick that up.
It's very deceiving. He's done a great job mastering that pitch.
Shannon fights off that one.
Real good close-up there, Ryan Shannon's batting stance. Going down on strikes, though.
Yeah, can't pull the trigger on that outside pitch from HALLMAN Mata. He's been getting those corners, and that makes it very difficult. We're going to get a pinch hitter here for the WATERDOWN Hammer. Brady Hogue on to pinch hit. I got to meet Brady yesterday, Joe. He represented Canada out in, what was that, Prince Albert back in 2016?
16.
At the U19s.
Yes.
He is a big lad in person. I did not appreciate that until I had the opportunity to talk to him for about 10 minutes on Saturday afternoon. Real nice young man. And he's getting the opportunity here with the Hammer to experience the ISC World Tournament now. HALLMAN Mata just misses with that one. And nub foul by Brady. Joe, is he from down your way?
I think he's down Napanee way, I believe.
Oh, out east, okay.
Yeah.
Eastern Ontario?
Yeah.
As opposed to southwest?
Yeah.
Okay. Chopper back up the middle, and in and out of the glove of Eater, and now scrambling to get home, and safe at the plate. Diving in desperately is Josh Broman, who got picked off from third, but was able to scramble and almost swim his way to the plate, Joe. Arms pinwheeling. Might get to see it here on the replay. So it's off the glove there of Eater. He's got no play. He goes to third, and you can just see Broman desperately getting to the plate there to score the run.
Well,
great the camera work there by Catrona Lafrano. Great work there, team, as bringing you all the action here at the World Tournament. Hope you're enjoying all the sights and sounds. There's a called strike. Klingenberg back up the plate. Joe, I guess that's a fielder's choice for Brady Hogue.
Our scorekeeper gave Eater the error.
Oh, harsh. I guess that makes the run unearned. You are a pitcher's scorekeeper over there, Kelly.
Yeah.
So now 9-1 the score for the Twins here. The Hammer get onto the board. Cleanup batter, Klingenberg at the plate.
He takes a little bit off on that pitch on his speed, and that pitch just wobbles in there almost. It's just amazing.
Called strike three, outside corner. Mata pinpoint control, paints the black, gets the kid looking. And they give up one, but they strand 1-2. 9-1. Hallman Twins to come to the plate, top of the fourth inning. Coming up. Wow, who played guitar on the Peligro Sports ad, Luciana? Was that you, or did you get Slash to sit in for that session? Oh, wow. Felt like I just attended the stadium tour. So the Hammer are all out of the field. We're awaiting the appearance of a batter here from the Hallman Twins. Finally, somebody emerges from the dugout with a helmet on. Mata had to come in from pitching and get ready to go up to the plate. Joe, you surprised there's not a pinch hitter here? Just save him from running the bases?
Yes, I don't agree with this, especially with a number of players that are on that bench right now. I know Emu loves his times at bat.
This one, inside out swing again. He's out to right field for the third time today. Diving attempt, and looks like a catch out there in right field. Great play out there by Kyle Hunter. Stuck with it and dives and slides into the fence to make a grab.
Amazing
catch. Get a
catch.
look at it here.
Amazing catch. Watch that. Watch the rangy. Watch how far he goes to pick that ball up.
And right on top of it, too, our first base umpire out there, Joe Todd, is
Gary Johnson from Wisconsin.
right there to make the call. Good work, blue team. So one down, Federico. Well, now we got pinch hitter Gonzalo Mosmu in to hit for Federico Eder. Mosmu from Argentina as well. And swings over the top of that. Joe, a little surprised Blaine Milheim not in the lineup. He has hit the ball well just about all summer.
Yes, and he's been moved around too. He's played pretty well all over the field. Very versatile player.
Well, they kept Adam Alexander in the lineup, and certainly no quibble there. But Milheim had been a fixture at third, but you're right. They've been moving him around the outfield a bit. Up and out play. Jonathan Lynch, who is back in left field, has played a lot of first base the last couple of years. Primarily, he had been an outfielder for the majority of his career, but spent some time at first. Straight back to screen. Swing and miss over the top of that good drop ball from Brian Newton. Sits down. Gonzalo Mosmu. And now Nolan Williams will get a plate appearance. Williams is coming in from hardball, baseball, yeah. And here's a guy, Joe, who's trying to make the same transition that we saw Cam Schiller successfully make, moving over from the overhand game to the underhand game. Good swing there from Williams. This one up and away. I think this guy, Joe, is going to be a Team USA prospect. Ron Hack, of course, the coach of Team USA, and they're thinking long term. If this guy can get the right exposure, he's got all the right tools, it looks like. Big, long, lean guy. Good form, and looks like he knows how to swing a bat.
Yeah, he's putting himself in a good position right here.
But can't catch up to that rise ball from Brian Newton. Williams down on strikes. Another good inning for Brian Newton and the WATERDOWN Hammer. 9-1. The Hammer coming back to the plate, looking to push across a couple more.
Does your game need work? Want to get better every game? Every at-bat? You need Lumberjack Sports, focusing on exceptional quality and providing players with reliable, long-lasting product. Lumberjack Sports brings you in-game equipment and off-field workout gear designed and tested by top fastball player Nick Shales. Hard work, strength, and all-around commitment to getting the job done, and done right, is the motto for Lumberjack Sports. Learn from the best. Play like the best. Check out lumberjacksports.ca. Does your
Martin Gonzalez on to pitch for the HALLMAN Twins. And Joe, you just go from one hard-throwing right-hander to another.
And not much variation, but Gonzalez just throws you a different look. It's a good arsenal that the Twins have here.
Gonzalez a couple of years ago with the Circle Tap Dukes ended up pitching in the ISC championship game. He and Roman Godoy, Mata, Pablo Migliavaca, all the right-handers for Argentina, all bring something just a little different to the plate. But one thing they've all got in common is pretty good change-ups. Gonzalez maybe not as right on par with Mata or Godoy and certainly Migliavaca, but these guys all have got the majority of the pitching skills down.
Well, he pitched a lot over in the bullpen, so he's been pitching since the second inning almost.
Hasn't been able to find strike zone just yet, and sometimes that happens, Joe. You leave the best part of your game in the bullpen.
Gonzalez and Zara now. Zara calling time. Gonna go out and have a word with him. Ryan James, a batter for WATERDOWN Hammer. Defensive changes for the Waterloo Twins. Dustin Rutt now playing center field, replacing Teo Migliavaca.
Joe, you're showing your age there again. The who Twins?
Sorry. The HALLMAN Twins.
The HALLMAN Twins, the Waterloo Twins, Joe.
Yeah.
That's the 1990s. They got their team back.
I have that T-shirt at home. Brian Patton's name on the back of it.
Well, if you're going to have a Waterloo Twins shirt, that's a pretty good one to have. Brian Patton, ISC Hall of Famer. Chop foul there by James, who's Joe, another Eastern Ontario guy. He's not out of the Coburg area, I think.
Yes, you believe. Yep.
Fouls this one straight back to the screen. He's got the timing down. He's right on it.
Yep. Got to bring your hands through a little quicker, that's all. Got to increase that bat speed.
And swing and a miss there. Kind of a short arm swing from Janes there. Almost chopped at it, Joe, but can't make contact. Down on strikes goes Janes. And that will bring up Colby Crowell for his second bat of the game. Crowell, I think, chased right after the first pitch the last time he was up. We were trying to give the background on how he got to the WATERDOWN Hammer and didn't give us time to tell the story. Good drop there from Gonzalez on the inside corner. Joe, you mentioned Dustin Rutt out in center field from Pennsylvania, plays in that Stevens League, and that's one of the good leagues that's playing out in the Eastern U.S. They've done a great job helping to promote the game. They've got streaming for their league every night that they play, and the Rutt's a key part of that. Called strike three outside corner. Martin Gonzalez treads the path where Wimomata has been and gets the call. Nick Moore to the plate, catcher.
Moore got caught looking at a third strike. First time through in the second inning.
Couldn't pull the trigger there. And there's a called strike on the outside corner again. And boy, Joe, they just set up camp out there, whether it's lefty or righty. The outside corner has been there.
And he's painting the corners too. He's doing a great job.
This one lifted up to left. And over in the corner there is going to make the grab. WATERDOWN Hammer go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll go to the top of the fifth. HALLMAN Twins still have that 9-1 lead.
2 Hall of Fame players. 1, a 3-time All-World player and twice the leading hitter at the ISC World Tournament. The other, a 5-time All-World player who led the World Tournament in RBIs in 2008. Reese Casely and Travis Wilson, our teammates, our friends, our family. Congratulations, Reese and Travis, from all of us on the New York Gremlins on your induction into the ISC Hall of Fame.
For the best Bear Tent banter on the airwaves, listen to Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly. Here's some of the biggest stars chatting with 2 of Newfoundland's own, Jason Hill and Steve Mullally. It's unfiltered and uncensored. Dust Up with Hilly and Lolly, wherever you get your podcasts. Yes, bye.
Joe, is that Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top signing that ball?
I think it might be. Autographing anyway.
Joe, at the Hall of Fame breakfast the other day, Don Leslie, who played here in the 1960s, was present at the Hall of Fame, and he is an honored member in the Hall of Fame, inducted in the 1990s, if I remember correctly. Great to see a veteran of the game come back up and support the IC World Tournament.
When it's in your blood, it never leaves.
So Dan Mitchell at the plate. Sorry, I take that back. That is Juan Serra. I saw the 7 and got fooled. So you mentioned just as we've gone to the break there that Brian Newton had come in and faced 8 batters at, what, 5 Ks?
With 5 strikeouts, yes. Done a great job coming off the bench, just silencing these Twins batters.
Called strike to Zerg. Joe, a couple guys want to give a shout out to. Jerry and Billy Moncrief, Trevor Botting, Kenneth Rule, Andy McCaffrey. Thanks for joining us, folks. Appreciate you being with us here on a lovely afternoon here at Moline. Hard one hopper, Broman to the backhand, turns, throws, and gets him at first. Good play by Josh Broman.
Great play by Broman to pick up that ball. Went to his opposite side and still had enough strength in those shoulders to throw that strike over first base.
Adam Alexander now steps in to face Brian Newton. And the aforementioned Danny Mitchell's on deck. And I think it was Mitchell actually who ended up making that play out in left to end the previous inning. Joe, correct if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was Mitchell.
Yeah, I believe he went in an inning or two ago, and we kind of have a blind spot in left field, so I can't really see. All I can see is legs.
Foul back by Adam Alexander. Joe Birdie Hogue, of course, was just in Carp at the U23s as well. He was with Owen Sound,
Yes.
silver medalist. Chop foul by Adam Alexander. Good play down there by Brad Thompson, the first base coach. Brad, of course, used to play first, so he's not too far out of position over there. Don't know if Varmatosian makes that play. Ball 4. Joe, is that only the second base runner against Newton?
That is correct. Just a single by Cam Schiller back in the third inning.
That Brady Hogue tip came to us from Adam Brown, Fitzroy Fastball on Twitter. And if you're not following Adam in the Eastern Ontario Fastball blog, you should be. Danny Mitchell to the plate for his first plate appearance and fouls first pitch right back to the screen. Mitchell, financial advisor in the Southwestern Ontario region. Is he in Waterloo, Kitchener?
Dan Mitchell? Sorry?
Danny Mitchell?
Yes, yeah, just outside. I believe he's in the Elmira area.
Elmira. Lifted foul again to the screen, and that one actually managed to work its way up and over the screen. It's going to fall on the spectator's side. Upstairs, can't get him to chase. In addition to following the games here on the ISC network, there is the Game Changer live scoring for every game here at the park. Snap throw down to first, and they got him! Wandering off the bag. And Nick Moore showing a good arm there.
Great arm there. Good pick thrown behind the batter.
And change up from Newton. Dan Mitchell was turning to go back to the dugout before that ball even crossed the plate. Nothing he was going to do with that. Wasn't looking for it. And Brian Newton and the Waterdown Hammer have another fairly clean inning. Nick Moore, good arm there. We'll need a couple of runs to keep this one going as we head to the home half of the fifth. The Hammer need to score a couple just to stay in it. Sorry, Joe, we were on mute there, my bad, but that was Liam Weir who had the pinch hit, line out to left field. Josh Broman is at the plate right now and swinging a miss, and that is the ball game. Apologies, folks, as we left you without a bit of sound there momentarily, but Kitchener-Hallman Twins with the 9-1 win over the Waterdown Hammer. Bulk of the damage done in the first inning. Big 6-run first for the Twins. Joe pretty much on cruise control after that for the Twins.
Yes, exactly. It was a good experience for starter Reese Yancey. Tell him to put something in his back pocket and learn from that one. Move on. It's going to be a long week yet, but they still need him.
So, Joe, the Waterdown Hammer will drop down into the losers bracket. The Twins will advance here, and we will see them again later on the ISC network. Coming up, it is the Ohio Bombers taking on the Bear Creek Express. Your starters will be Jonas Hajny and Sean Cleary. Come back for that one in about 15-20 minutes. Let's call it 4 p.m. Central-ish, maybe a little bit before. Blair Sedford, Joe Todd signing off. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you on the flip side.